this board, right? But now I'll be using a live account that has actually spent and gotten in results so that you can read reports. So this is a live account. You can see it is SocoSQ Network. And you can see that it's been active since 27th of December. That's like 3 months, right? So you can see all of everything basically, right? So I'll be teaching you how to read your reports. The first thing first, I wanted to do this before the class, but I sort of got carried away and forgot, but I'll just do this with us here. So the first thing you need to do is know what results you are looking for in every objective you are running, right? If you are running an awareness objective campaign, you should know that you are looking out for a reach result. So you are checking your reach, you are checking impression, right? I think that is the ideal result for you. If you are doing a traffic campaign, then you should be checking link clicks and all. If you are doing a messaging campaign, then you should be checking messaging conversion, conversation started, right? So let's just go ahead and label it together so that I can ask us questions. Now I've seen the kind of question I'll ask us. So these are your ad objectives, right? If you're running a brand awareness campaign, you're definitely looking out for reach, right? This is how it looks like. You'd be able to see how many people your ad has reached. In this case, you can see that we named this video awareness, and you know that you already know that it's an awareness campaign that we run from Ads Manager, and you can see that it has reached 208,000 people. So that is what you should be looking out for. The same thing as a reach campaign, you should be looking out for the reach ideally, right? Then traffic, of course, you should look out for link clicks. So if you are boosting an Instagram post, then you are also looking at link clicks, right? Because ideally that is a traffic campaign for Instagram, right? Then engagement. So an engagement campaign, then it has to be how many video views. It depends on the kind of engagement. I'm not really keen on that, but you should be looking at video views, I guess. Or I think it even tell you how many engagements you've gotten, but I think it's in engagements. App installs, of course, you'll be checking for installs. How many installs have you gotten? Video views, you'll be seeing how many video views, how many percent through plays you've gotten, right? This is just a way for you to measure that, oh, you've been able to get a lot of 1,000 plays and all of that on your video. Leads generation, of course, how many leads? That's if you're using the Facebook ads, leads. Then messages, of course, how many message conversation, I guess, something like that. Conversations started. So it tells you that, oh, 100 people started conversations, right? Doesn't mean all of them will convert, but it shows that 100 people messaged you on wherever your conversion is happening. Conversion goals, of course, depends on what you set your conversion, what you name it. You have to go and name it. That's why I don't touch on conversions. The only time we'll teach conversions is when we now start teaching maybe installing Pixel on websites, how to drive traffic to your website, how to make sales on your website, and how to track. So, but this one, conversion is conversion. So if you tag your event name as purchase, then you'll be tracking how many purchases. If you tag it as sign up, then you'll be tracking how many sign-ups. Then store traffic, I can't really remember, but I think it's for people to get direction. So they'll be telling you how many people clicked on the button to get direction to your store. Do we understand this? So that I can go ahead to the live dashboard. Please drop emojis if you understand what I just said, so we can just analyze these reports together. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so judging from everything I've said, right? If you look through this account, you'd see that this account mostly has been boosting a lot of posts, right? like I said, it depends on your goal. And you see that after boosting, there are still some campaigns that that were built, or sorry, that were set up from the ads manager, right? So the reason why we mostly boost, but I told you guys that if you want to grow your followers, you know that your goal is to boost your profile on Instagram or wherever it is, then you would want to do an Instagram boost. But if you're actually doing sales, if you want to drive sales, then alongside boosting, you should definitely set up your campaign on ads manager so that it can convert, right? So all of these metrics here are results. They all matter, right? They might be a lot, but it is actually really, really, really important to reading how your campaigns are performing. So let me start with the first thing you should be looking out for. The first thing you should be looking out for is your cost per results, right? How much are you spending to get one result? That is the first thing you should actually look at. Sorry, let me sort this. I just scattered it now, but it's fine. So what do I mean by cost per results? So you can see that the moment we ran a messaging campaign for people to send us messages, where is that? Where did I see that? I saw that right now. Yes, of course. You would see that we spent, we got 104 messages, right? And we spent this amount, 77 naira, to get one person to message us, right? So you want to know how much you are willing to pay for these results. So imagine you are selling, let's say your product is 2,500. That's when people buy from you, you make 2,500 naira. And then you are running ads. And you see that you ran ads for like 3 days, and maybe you got only 4 messages. Those 4 messages, those people that message you, they did not convert, though. They did not buy. Maybe only 2 bought from the 4 that messaged you. And then you go and check how much you spent. You see that you spent 1,000 naira. Here it's telling you 1,000 naira per conversation started for item that is 2,500, and people that didn't convert. At the end of the day, it is 2,000 naira you're even spending, because those 4 people messaged you and only 2 people converted. Is that enough for you to say, oh, I made gain on this product or something? No, it doesn't make any sense, right? Ideally, if maybe you are spending a 200 naira, 300 naira, 100 naira, right, as the case may be, to get messages, and then out of those maybe 10 people that message you, 5 people actually buy, right? You'll be seeing that, oh, there is gain in this thing, meaning you've spent like only 5,000 naira to make like maybe 50K, which is absolutely awesome. Or even if it's 25K or so, you spend 5,000 and you made 25K, it is still okay, right? You can cover up for your gain or whatever. So you need to actually look at your business and say, what is the most I can spend to get one customer, right? Once you are able to answer that question, then you can determine if your cost per result is high or low, right? So this I'm speaking about this specifically because most of us here would want to run messaging campaigns, right? Then another thing, when you're looking at how many messages you got, you should also look at your results. How many results have you been able to get? That's when you know whether your campaign is underperforming or is overperforming, blah, 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 right? Ideally, the average cost per messaging should be around, a very good cost per message should be around 100 naira, 150, right? Depending on your products. But if you are spending as high as maybe 300, you can still manage depending on how much your item is, right? And depending on the quality of leads. Because if you notice that 10 people or 100 people are messaging you and nobody's buying, then there's a problem with your targeting. You're targeting the wrong people. You should now start checking for things like, oh, maybe it's Facebook people, or you want to show it only on Instagram, or maybe you're targeting the wrong audience, right? So those are the things you need to look out for if you feel like, oh, you are getting in results, but those results are not converting. You're getting messages and they are not converting. Does this make sense before I move to link clicks? Any questions so far on messaging? Okay, I'm guessing none. So let me move to link clicks, right? So what are link clicks? Link clicks are, ideally, if you are boosting a post on your page and you want to know, oh, is this post doing well or is it not doing well? Then how would you know, like, if it is doing well? The first thing you should check is how many link clicks, like I said, how many link clicks and how much you're spending to get those link clicks, right? So this dashboard is a typical example. You see that there are a lot of link clicks we've done, a lot of them are off, right? While some are still turned on, right? Let's look at those that are turned on. This one is turned on, it's just getting started. We just boosted it like a couple of minutes ago. Give me a minute. So this is actually boosted, right? You can see 1,000 link clicks. This as well is boosted, 3,000 link clicks. And a couple of others that actually, so this was actually really good, but we turned it off because it was not a boosted post. It was a, what do they call it now? It was an ads manager ad, and we were directing traffic to, I think, the group chat or so. So we just have to turn it off because we want, so our funnel is, you come on our page first to see the value we are offering, and then you go to our bio to join our community. That has been the funnel. So which is why our profile is very, very crucial to us than any other conversion point, right? That's why you don't see us sending people to join our group immediately, because we want you to fill that form, right? We want you to give us your name, we want you to give us your emails and all of that before you can join the group chat. So ideally, we would not ask you to join the group chat like that. If not, you see a lot of people coming to spam the group and all of that. So we don't want to do that. We want to be able to filter people who come into our community. That is why we drive traffic to our social media. So, but now you will see that some ads, 4 link clicks, this one is off, 5 link clicks, this one is off. Apart from this, you see that these ones that are off, they have like really high cost per result. Like this one now was spending 94 link clicks, right? I think I was spending like it's I even had one that was spending 100 at some point, and we had to turn it off, right? The highest that you'd see, which is on, is probably like 20 or so. So for this one, you can see our link, the amount to spend per link click is like 100, it's like 10 naira, 11 naira for one person to click on our ad, right? You see this one, 19 naira. And if you calculate, it's like $0.00 or so. So it is pretty cheap because the average cost per click ideally should be around 0.1 or so. So this is very, very cheap, right? You see this one is 66 naira because it is just starting. If you give it some time, you'd realize that it's actually going to get back to normal. Speaking about that, I think it's even ideal that we turn this off. Yeah, because you can see now, I just checked, and this is not the one we just boosted. It has not even been approved, and it has spent 2,000 naira. We are spending 66 naira per link click. It is very high. For us, our average link click is about 30 naira. We should not be spending above 30 naira. As I said, you need to look at your business and know how much is the maximum for me to be able to spend on one conversion. And when I mean on one conversion, on one link click, on one message, on one sale, on one lead, you should be able to know these things. So for me right now, this is a very, very good reason for me to turn off this campaign. And I'm just going to come here and turn it off, right? Because I can see that it has spent 2,000 naira and it has only gotten me 35 link clicks at 66 naira. Whereas if it was spending at 20 naira, I should have gotten like ×3 of this number of link clicks. So it is not performing very well. So this is a good way for it to turn it off. So another thing, let me see if I have 1 or 2 questions. Who and what determines the price? Not a who, a what. If your ad is underperforming, then the price is going to be affected, right? your cost per result. Underperforming campaign or ad means people are not engaging with it, they are not clicking on it, they are not doing what you want them to do, they are not buying, right? And as the days go by, maybe like first day 1, day 2, day 3, and the ads keeps struggling, automatically the Facebook algorithm just takes it that people are not interested in your ad and they stop showing it to more people, right? But the instant you start your ad and the first day, second day, third day, it starts performing, right? Instagram algorithm already picks it that people are interested in your content, in your ad, and they tend to show it to more people as time goes by, right? So if people are not interested in your ads, if it's not engaging enough for people to do what you want them to do, then your cost per result is definitely going to be affected. Does this make sense? The cost per action on my lead campaign is at 800. 800 naira is very, very expensive on your leads. On your lead campaign, depending on the products, except if it's a real estate, then it's not expensive. But you said it was like a website development campaign and all. So maybe a 500 naira, 400 naira would be ideal enough. Why not look at your targeting, right? There are a lot of things you consider. I'll talk about optimizing our ads. Let's just finish reporting, right? There are a couple of things you should actually look at, right? How much would a customer pay if it actually converts, right? If your product is like a 1 million naira, 500,000 naira kind of product, then 800 naira is not expensive to get one lead, right? So you need to evaluate things like that. How difficult or how easy is it for you to convince your customers? Are you even targeting the right people? That is another question you should be asking, but just give us 10 minutes and we'll get to that. So another thing you should be looking at is, so once you've determined that, oh, your ads are performing well, your results are booming, your cost per result is okay, and the quality of your leads or your conversion is okay. When I mean quality, not that you will have 1,000 messages and only 10 people out of 1,000 have bought, then that is scam. Your ad is underperforming, meaning you are reaching the right audience, but you're telling them the wrong message. Do you understand? If people are converting, people are sending you a message about your ad and it's performing well here, but you're not seeing results, they're not buying, they're not converting. There are two things. Either you are sending the right message to the wrong audience, or they come to you and what they see is not what they were told they would get. Does that make sense? So just like saying, oh, we are giving you this at 5,000 naira, and then someone comes and says, I want to buy. And I tell them, oh, 5,000 naira is if you bought yesterday, but now it is now 25,000 naira. Definitely, you have lost that customer. So those are like rare cases whereby your ad is performing well on the front end, and then on the bottom line, you are not seeing it convert. Then you should actually go and check your messaging and check your targeting. Okay, so one final thing I would have us look out for is your frequency. So I really wish my frequency was higher here, because it's really important. So what is frequency? So frequency is the average number of time a user or an audience has seen your ad. If your frequency is above 3, then you should either change your creative or increase your audience size. What does that mean? Meaning one particular person has probably seen your ad more than 2 times, has seen your ad up to 3 times, right? So you're targeting 100,000 people, and those 100,000 people, not all of them, but most of them have seen that particular video 3 different times. It is very likely that the 4th time they see it, they skip, right? Or you're not even giving them time to forget, then send it back to them. So what you should be looking out for is, if a lot of people have seen your ad, then your frequency is definitely going to increase. And in the case where your frequency increases and you feel like that campaign is performing very well, right? You feel like that that campaign has brought you a lot of money, you don't want to stop it, that creative is very good, what do? What you do is that you increase your audience size. And now that will take us to optimizing your campaign when it is underperforming, right? Or when you see that there is a decline in performance. Before I go away from here, is there any question on reporting before we move to optimization? Questions. I want us to finish very fast today. And I've already spent a lot of time. It's like I talked too much. Okay, I guess there is no question. So let's move to optimizing our ads and our campaigns. I'll start from here. The first thing you should do is, if your campaign isn't performing well, right, you notice that we turned off a lot of campaigns, and you're like, why are you turning it off? We are turning it off to turn on another one. What does that mean? We have tried this particular content and it doesn't work, and then we are trying another content, which is why I advised you, when you're running an ad, you should test, have different options, so that when you feel like one is not performing very well, you can turn the other one off. For example, now, if let's say this campaign is live, let's say I have run this campaign, right? And then this is it, this is the campaign. And then maybe here, I can see results. And you feel like, okay, this campaign is underperforming. Maybe it is performing small, but I feel like I can still do something. What will you do? What you do is that you click on this campaign, right? And you can see both ad sets. You can see the ad set that is performing. If you look at results here, you can see 100 messages sent here and 20 messages sent here, or only 10 messages sent here. Please, in this case, what do you think you should do? If you have two ads or two ad sets, one is showing you 10, the other one is showing you 100, what does that mean? Can anybody summarize it for me, please? Quick, or I'll call someone. If you have two different results, one is higher, one is lower, what does that mean in your own terms? Hello. Okay, I think I have an answer. Exactly. One is doing better than the other one. Exactly. Hey, someone asked me a question on frequency. I'll come back again. But yeah, it definitely means that one is underperforming. And what does that mean? If this one is telling you 100 messages, this one is telling you 10 messages, both of them are still spending the same money, right? Remember, you did ads, campaign ad optimization, meaning this 3,000 naira that you put here daily is being spent amongst two of them. So if one is dragging belly, dragging leg, meaning it is eating out of the money that you can spend on only this one and get the best results, right? So ideally, what you should do is come here and turn it off, right? So that you already know that this one is not performing better. But this is the ad set, right? So in a case where, you have looked at the ad set, both of them are similar. Maybe this one is 100, this one is 50, right? What you will now want to do is that you want to check the ads, right? Just go to the ads here and you see all of your ads. You can now see the results each of these ads are bringing. In fact, it can even help you see which of your campaign is performing better, which of your creative is actually performing better, right? You can see that, this particular campaign has brought me, out of 200 messages, only this campaign has brought me 60, and the rest are just struggling with 10, 15, 20, right? You can see one has brought you 0, but it is spending money. So turn it off. Like, why are you spending money when this other one that is performing can take that money and give me more results? It's just like the story in the Bible where, I don't know how many of us here know the story of where God gave one 5 talents, gave one 3 talents, and gave one 1 talent. If the one of 5 and the one of 3, they are trading it and they are making more money, and the one that has 1 talent is not making any money, is just keeping it, then there's no need. Please let me collect it and give it to somebody that would bring returns for me. It is simple logic. It's just real life. Like, it's just simple logic. So that is one way to see which of your campaigns are performing better. Then how many days should you leave your campaign to determine if it is underperforming or overperforming or not even performing at all? Ideally, on the third day, you should be able to tell. But most times, Facebook's learning phase, it's always called learning phase, where Facebook tries to optimize your campaign to make it get or yield the best results, right? So it's usually between 7 days, right? So on the third day, you should start knowing if your campaign is doing well or is not doing well, right? But if you wait for day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, and it's still dragging its legs, not working, not performing better, then it's better you turn it off, right? So you don't have to wait for 2 weeks. In fact, 2 weeks is just you spending money. Even 7 days is if you are very patient. On the 4th day, 5th day, you should just start looking into the ads. Look at the one that is spending most of the money and bringing less of the results, right? So even if it is only one that is bringing more money, let's say one has brought 105 and this one 5, this one 4, this one, and you started all of them on the same day, please turn the rest off and leave only one. Let it spend that money and give you results. Does that make sense? Please let me know if I'm communicating. Then there's something I wanted to chip in right now. I think I've forgotten. So I spoke about turning off your campaign, turning off ads, and leaving. You know what? Let's just continue. I'll remember it, but I wanted to say something now. So that's number 1. So let's look at other things, right? So what could determine your ads performing well or not performing? Number 1, okay, before I get started, before I continue, please, if you're running an A/B test, make sure you have set up, go and watch that video that I our last class. Make sure you have set up everything before you turn on your campaign so that it can all start at the same time, because you don't expect an ad that started 3 days ago and I started getting results, and then you now start this one today and you want to compare the results. No, it's just going to be tricked. So if you want to run a test under one campaign, make sure you have all of the creatives ready, right? Upload them at the same time and publish at the same time so that they can start spending the money the same time. And then that is when you can now say, okay, one is outperforming the others. That's what I wanted to say. And thank God I remember that. That is very important to attend these classes, because it's not everything you read. If we share materials for you and without explaining it, there are some things we want to chip in that are not in these materials. So what determines the performance of your ads? Now, let me answer Mary's question, right? To the best of my knowledge, Mary is advertising a website development product. They help people build websites, right? And then she's spending and getting 800 naira per messaging, when here I can get 77 naira per messaging, right? So there are a couple of things you need to think of. Number 1, from starting, even from choosing your creatives, right? What are you telling people? These people that are coming to you, are they seeing you for the first time? Remember, we spoke about touch points. If you know your item, if you know your brand has to come with trust to say, oh, I trust this brand enough to handle my product or to handle my website. How do you ensure that, right? And that's by building your brand loyalty, brand trust, run awareness campaigns, right? Show testimonials of websites you have done, right? Use quality videos, right? Sell value. If you check our Instagram page, there's one particular post where we said, always outsell your value and undersell the price. What does that mean? If you are selling your product for 50,000 naira, package it in such a way that people will think, ideally, this product should be sold for 100,000 naira. But because I am too generous, I'm giving it to you as 50,000 naira. Do you get? So how can you do that in your own case, Mary? What you need to do is you need to list out everything they'll be getting under the same price, right? And if you don't have a price, a price on your creative, then you are maybe losing customers. You know, this whole ideology that says vendors, Instagram vendors will put products and they don't put price and they're expecting you to DM for price. That is the same thing you are doing, right? If you don't put a price range, get a this, as low as does not mean that is your flat rate, right? But that amount has gotten those people in. So you can think of how much it costs to do just a one-page website, right? And put the price there. Let professionals, so things like, let professionals build your website for you as low as, do you understand? Someone says not understanding this class. Okay, please watch the video again and calm down, you understand it, or start from the beginning. Maybe this is your first time attending. So number one, just think of your strategy. What is your strategy to get these people in? Are you teaching them something? Are you outselling your value and underselling the price, right? Are you even doing a bait? Most times, if I'm doing leads generation, I don't even sell. I don't sell. I give you something that I know that will make me know that you are my ideal customer. Things like 3 hacks. So for like a website builder, right? You can give a business tip. Something that you know that this customer, if this person moves to download, your item, then the person is an ideal customer. Think of that thing. I'll give you a typical example. I can't think of anything right now for your brand, but I'll give you a personal example, right? When I used to work for a mom and baby care brand, I've used this brand a lot because it's very, very, it's close, it's the closest to what most of you guys do. So they sell mom and baby care products. That's the diapers, baby clothes. If you are giving birth to a child, right? Ideally, if you're an expectant mother, a pregnant mother, they see themselves as a one-stop shop for you to come and buy all your baby delivery items, right? So we still to sell small items. People will come and buy 10,000 naira feeding bottle and go. But we needed to get those customers that will come and spend 500,000 naira in our store, buy their baby items before going out. And we were getting them. How? How did we get them? We did not say, come and buy all your baby items for 500,000 naira and we'll get your phone number. No. What we did was that I prepared a checklist for new moms, right? And the checklist, the first thing was like, baby on the way. That was the question. So baby on the way, download this free checklist of all the items you want to buy. But guess what? Before they download it, I built a form. Before they download it, you give us your name, your phone number, and your email address, and then we'll send it to your email. That way, our leads every day, we used to get like 100, 200 leads at less than 100 naira per lead, per conversion as at that time, because we're sending traffic to a website, not to a landing page or something, or to a form, basically. So that was a strategy for us to be able to get people to sign up, because we know that if you're downloading this thing, if you're downloading this checklist, then you are our ideal customer, right? So after they downloaded it, then we started following up with them via messages, blah, 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 calls. We had a telesale person. She used to call people, right? Say, oh, you signed up for this. Are you a mom? We can give you a discount though, right? So if you think of something like that, right? And then you message them or call them, oh, you downloaded, or you send them an email. You downloaded this thing for free. Do you have a web? Do you need a website? Let us chat, right? The person will want to chat with you. Or you can be like, oh, do you need a website for your business? That can be an ad. Do you need a website for your business? Send us a message and let's chat with you. Simple. And you've gotten your leads. You don't have to outrightly sell. Selling would be for, if you're ideally selling, then you should sell to the bottom of your funnel. That is your custom audience. I already taught you guys about custom audience. You should be selling to your custom audience. You should be selling to maybe lookalike audience. You should be selling to people that have previously filled your lead form but have not converted. Do you understand? Mary, does this make sense, please? So these are like the strategies you need to. So running ads is not just about setting it up. you need to have a strategy. That's why we spoke about marketing strategy. What is your strategy from the start? What are you doing to make sure that your ads perform better? Right? There's a saying that if your content has potential of performing organically on its own, then you're definitely going to spend lesser on your ad, because you're helping Facebook. You're making it very easy for it to show your content to more people. Do you understand? Yeah, so that's one thing. So after you have made sure that all of these things are in place, then you go ahead to test, right? Make sure you have quality content, right? Make sure, so you can see first impression matters. Always use high resolution images for your ads. Highlight your value proposition clearly. That's why I said hype your value and undersell the price, right? If you are selling human hair for 60K, ideally, maybe that human hair itself is 50K. But the way you comb it and then you shake your head and you say, this hair, if you go and price your normal Instagram vendor 100K, I'm telling you, go and price and come back. When you price, come and tell me and I'll prove you. Like, you are speaking with confidence. Nobody will go and price and come back because they don't want to miss the value you are giving them, right? Or your strategy is that you are teaching people how to know wigs, the right way to style their wigs, how to purchase wigs, things like that, or how to even take care of your wig, right? You are showing, if you have a wig, then this is how you should do it. You should be able to wash it, right? And at the end of that video, you say, if your hair is not original, then washing it like this will spoil it. We have this hair available at 50K, at 60K. That way, you are first giving value, right? And then you are now selling that, okay, this value that I'm giving you, you can even have more by buying this thing from me, right? Then another one is make sure you keep your call to action very, very visible, very visible. Like I always say, what do you want your customer to do? Do you want them to follow you? Do you want them to give you their details? Do you want them to download now? Do you want them to send a message now? Things like that. Make sure it is very clear. Bring your product to life by showing people using them in your video ads, right? Always, like I said, make sure you have live images, live videos, how-to videos, how to use your product, how to style this wig, how to match it with a different colors. When you wear it, you touch it and show people the life, how it feels in real life. That way, people are seeing your product in action, right? For people who are service providers like Mary, right? What you can do is, you can even, if you are doing a retention or you're sending to the bottom of your funnel, you can have a live website that you guys have built for people before and show and say, oh, this is a client this, and person built it for only so amount of money, right? Or you get someone that will come and say, I built my these people built my website for me and I'm enjoying it so far. They even give you 24 hours customer support if you have any questions, things like that. Make sure you always sell live, just bring your products to life, and also sell user-generated content. Make your videos and images vertical so they display properly. Just make sure that you always check your content, please. When you post, make sure that if somebody is watching it, the person can read everything. The person can see your caption. It is not hidden under that Instagram distance. It is not too high above that they cannot see. Make sure everything is in the middle. The content is well placed and all of that. Second set of tips will be, I've already taught you how to optimize your Facebook ads, right? You need to be able to increase. So if you feel like your frequency is too high, you can increase your audience. How do you increase your audience? Just come here. Increase your audience size means you can come. Okay, sorry, this is a boosted post. Boosted post, you can't do anything. That's why I say Instagram on-page promotion. If you want to use it for sales, then you should definitely not think about it too much because it will frustrate you. So what you can do is come here and look at your audience. So you can see who people we are targeting: small business, digital marketers, Facebook business, e-commerce marketing. We can now find, this is actually very broad. So you can now even find another stuff to add to make sure that it is increasing. But chances are, before I exhaust this audience, I would have run this ad for like a year. But in cases where you have just maybe like 2 million, 1 million audience, you can look at a way to add 1 or 2 interests to increase your audience. Or in a case where you are running lookalike campaigns, you can add. So if you have done from 2 to 5% and you feel like you've exhausted it, you can now go and create a lookalike of 5 to 10%. I would not explain this because I explained it in the previous video. So if you want to be able to expand your lookalike audience, go and check the previous video and you know how to do it. Sorry, Mary, you can watch this video again too, because she says her audio is affected. Okay, so yeah, optimizing your Facebook campaign is very easy. There are a lot of things to do. I've already taught you how to check if your creative is working well. If it's not working, keep trying creatives. Look for ideas everywhere. Replicate until you find the one that is working, right? Get crystal clear on your campaign goals. I already spoke about that. Make sure that if you want messages, then you are picking the right campaign objective. Make sure you know what you want to achieve, because that's the first step before setting up your campaign. Then transform engaging posts into ads. This hack is the biggest hack you would want to try. Any campaign, any ads, any post that is working well for you, or that you have boosted for and feel like people are engaging with it very well, then that is definitely the post you want to use. I already taught us how to use existing ads on campaign objectives. Please try it and thank me, right? Even if you want to grow let's say you want to grow your followers, it is that post that people are engaging with or people have engaged with. That is what you would use to that's what you use to actually grow your Instagram page or your social media, right? And don't forget to always be clear. If you know that you are running this ad because you want to grow your followers, right? The first thing you should try to do is okay, I'll talk about that one. Then I don't want to confuse us. Then target users based on location. I already taught us how to target users based on location. Very, very, very crucial. Make sure you're not targeting people that cannot buy your products and all. Then finally, research your competitor. So how do you do that? So most times we don't know the right campaigns, the right ads to run, and you're like, how am I going to go about this? A simple way is for you to research your competitors. So all you just need to do is go to facebook.com/ads/library. I hope I am correct. It's been a long time. Let's see. Yes, I'm very correct. So facebook.com/ads/library. This way, this is called Facebook Ads Library. You can see any of your competitor that you have like been eyeing since. I say, these people, they are doing well. They have 100K. People are buying from them. People are talking about them. Let me see the kind of ads they are running so that I can get tip from there, or I can get idea from there and replicate. Then you definitely want to use the ad library. Give me a minute. I'm trying to check for something I'll show you guys now. Okay, so this is your ad library. Yeah. What you do is the location is already Nigeria, and then click on add category. Make sure you choose all ads, right? And then search by keyword or advertiser. So you can either search hair, or if you know the particular brand, you can just say, so let's say you are selling hair. Maybe you want to check if Ms. Waneka, I don't know if she runs ads, but let's just check if she runs ads. Ms. Waneka. Okay, yes. So ideally, I would want to target her Instagram. Her Instagram has 900K followers. So you go here. She's actually not running any ads. Let's see. Give me a minute. Let me check again, because I don't know who sells hair. That's amazing. This one is definitely a scam. Okay, let me think. Who runs ads that I know? So you should actually know, if you want to target a particular competitor, you should know that they run ads, right? If not, then just search by keywords. You can just search maybe here. Let's see. Here in Lagos. Let's see. Hairs in Lagos. Okay, just choose hair and let's look at the hairs. Okay, in Nigeria, to show you all the hairs in Nigeria, right? Let's now check priceless hairs. So you see that they are running ads, maybe on a bonanza or something. You can see Easter bonanza, scrub selection, collection, whatever it is, right? So you can even see ad details and see how many people liked it. If it's an Instagram, how many people liked the campaign. You can see the caption they used, right? Yeah, so you can just ideally see what they did. Let me see. If you look at, if it says see ads, let's see what you can see. Okay, this is the best you can see, Sha. So you can just play around with this thing. There are a lot of things you can do. I've used it in the past when I still used to use it then, right? You can check. Let me see. Who do I know that run ads? Okay, Damola. Let me check Damola Oyekunle. I know that he runs ads. Yeah, so this guy he teaches marketing, right? And you can see how many ads he runs, right? So you can see this. He's presently running a carousel ad. Sorry. So he's presently running a carousel ad. So for maybe a Soko SQ, we might want to come and check here and say, oh, see ad details. You see the kind of ads. What I would ideally see is that, okay, he's running this kind of carousel. Let me see what he did. And then you see it, and then you can look at his caption. Before, you can actually see, okay, copy ad link. Because I know that you can see how many likes. So if you copy ad link, let me see, sorry. You should be able to see. I don't know. I used to see it before. I think they've changed it, right? You can see ad details or see how many likes or something. But yeah, I think this is the best information you can get, Sha. What you are doing ideally on this is that you're trying to see your competitors. You're trying to see what kind of ads they are running, right? And see where you can get ideas from, or how you can get ideas. Someone is saying bow hairs. Okay, Naija Beauty hairs. I know those guys. I used to see their ads everywhere. Let's check that. All ads. Naija Beauty hairs. Let me see. No, I can't see. Did they change their? Okay, see it here. Nigerian Beauty hair, right? If you look, let's see. Exactly. This is the ideal competitor. You see the different ads there. You see the videos. You see what I'm talking about? Showing your hair in action, right? You can see a tutorial how to lay your hair, right? You see another one. Maybe this is a customer review. Then there is a campaign they are doing, a sales campaign. You can see. So this is very superb, honestly. If you know that you are looking for ideas, if you are selling hair, then you might want to get hints from how they are setting up their campaigns or the things they are doing, and just sort of take ideas from there, replicate into your own ad. You can even see their captions and a lot of things. So I think this hack now, you guys are supposed to pay me money for it. Maybe I should drop my account number so people send me money. But yeah, that is one way. And finally, I think the last thing I'll just teach you is how to grow your followers using Facebook ads. It's just very simple. The first thing you do is try to get, that is what we are doing basically, right? Have an educational video. Don't sell, because people can smell ads, they can sell promotions from afar, right? So educate them on something, teach them a hack, give them one very juicy content, right? How to do this, how to style. Then in the caption, lead them on. Be like, oh, did you enjoy this hack? Then follow us for more tips like this. And you see that people start following you, real life followers. It's very easy. Just make sure that you're not selling. So if you want to be able to convert these guys that are now following you, make sure that you have enough content on your page, like your pinned posts or something that can now convert them, right? So people like you, what you saw was that you saw an educational content on SocoSQ, and we told you, do you like tips like this? Then follow us. And by the time you went to our profile, you saw that we were doing this maybe 23 days digital marketing campaign or something, and then immediately you followed, you joined our group for free. So that's just the secrets. Yeah, make sure you have your targeting right and all. How do I research my competitors, please? I don't know how to answer this exact question, but I just taught you how to research your competitors' ads, right? So ideally, to research your competitors is that you need to go on whatever platform you are looking for them on, maybe Instagram, right? Go through who are the people that offer the same service as you, marketing agencies, web development agencies, right? You could use hashtags to search for them. You could check for them online on Google or something, right? Maybe be specific, right? Web development companies in Nigeria or in Lagos, right? And then you go on Instagram and find them. And by the time you've already found them, you can come here and search the advertiser. Another thing you might want to use is hashtags. A lot of people use hashtags too. We by the way, we made a post about Instagram SEO. So a lot of people get visibility by just simply using hashtags, right? So you can just go and check web development in Lagos, web development agency in Nigeria, web development agency, and you see a lot of posts pop up, and then you can determine your competitors. So I wouldn't tell you who your competitors are, and I wouldn't say this is an exact way. Ideally, you should make a list of who your competitors are, right? Are they agencies? Are they people who are they website builders? Are they all of that? And by the time you've done that, you can go on these different platforms and just search them using the exact search terms or keywords. Yeah. Any other questions? Because I'm actually done with our class. I think the next class would be lifting of restrictions and all, but I wouldn't be the one taking the class. So any other questions? Did you enjoy today's class? Someone said there's one question I missed. Okay, can you come again on the frequency? I spoke about Instagram now. I just said Instagram now, about growing your followers on Instagram. I already spoke about it. For you to be able to run ads, boosting your post on Instagram is just quite simple. So give me a minute. Let me join this. Let me join this call with my phone. Yeah, that was the hack I was going to share. How to increase. So let me show you guys something. No audio. Got it. So let me stop sharing my screen and then share content. Okay, everyone can see my screen, I'm guessing. So this is our Instagram page, right? And let's say I want to maybe boost a post, right? How do I know what post to boost? Number one, you should boost a post that already has engagement on it, right? Comments and all, right? Make sure you are delivering value. Again, make sure you're delivering value. Number one, look at this post now, currently boosted, right? How many likes can you see? 1,400 likes. It's a very, very short video. And it just tells you things to do and things not to do. Stop running ads without quality content. And then you're looking at the caption, right? And you're saying, we just gave you the summary. And the next thing we said is, want more tips like this? Follow SokoSQ Network. We post regularly. Very simple. Like this alone will just make people want to follow you. Another post is, let's see, I think this is one other post. Is it this one? No, not this one. This, yes. So if I want to boost posts, I'll definitely boost this again. Let's say I stop boosting it, I would want to boost. I'll come back and boost it. Why? Because it already has social proof, right? And then it is very, very simple and straight to the point. There's a call to action. This is something you pay thousands of naira for, but we're giving it to you for free. Hurry and join our community now. So what you want to do is that in boosting your post, always look for the one that has social proof, a little bit of engagement, number one. Make your content short and straight to the point. Deliver value in just 20 seconds. Very easy, or 30 seconds. Don't make it to be too long. Except if it has to be long, then it must be engaging. You must be sure that it is engaging your audience, right? And then maybe you want to boost, of course, your target audience. You might want to just, I already taught you targeting, so there's no need for me to go over again. Click on more profile visits if it's to boost your profile, and then go to next. Please always create your audience. Don't do automatic. For us now, we've already created. Look at our target audience: men and women interested in small business, digital marketing, Facebook for business, right? You can create your own. People who are interested in hair, choose your location. And once you are done, that is it. That's actually the hack. There is no rocket science in boosting, right? Just your content. So the secret weapon to a successful campaign is your creative, right? Your message. What are you passing? What message are you passing, and how are you passing it, right? What content are you using? Is your content clear enough? So let me see. Please, I got the links. Can I watch previous videos and today since I joined late? Yes, you can. Please just send a screenshot to Glory. Is boosting or promoting a post the same thing as sponsored ads? When you say sponsored ad, you mean by running on Ads Manager? It is not. It is, yes, ideally the same thing, but its effects is not the same thing. Ads Manager is more effective than boosting. So yeah, okay, I think that is it. Please, people should go and watch the videos. I would love for you guys to watch these videos, apply them, and I'll be very happy if by next week or next 2 weeks someone comes to the group with a problem and say, oh, I tried running an ad from what we taught last week and I did this and it's not working. Please, how can I go about it? It will give me so much joy because I know that I've passed on value. So please make sure you apply this. If you have questions, you can just drop it, and I'm sure there'll definitely be an answer. Can we talk about payments? I already spoke about payments at the first class, right? How to make payments. If it's about an ads restriction, an ad account restriction, then you should wait for the next class. Present the advice want to promote or boost. When do I advise want to promote or boost? When you need more sales, or when you need to build your profile, right? Because of course, if you have 100 followers, it's going to be very difficult to build trust, right? For people to trust your brand and message you. So you might want to build your following maybe 1,000 at least, right? So that to increase your conversion rate. So whenever you think that you need more social proof, you need more audience on your page so that it can help convert customers better, then you should definitely boost your post. Okay, I think okay, one last question. Okay, this is the last question, please. Last question. The others can drop it on the group. I'm waiting. Oh.
Sorry, my network is really, really bad, and it keeps throwing me off. I can't see her down on the call again, so I guess the meeting has ended, right? So if you can respond to me in the chat box, I really don't know what's wrong with this network today. I just couldn't jump back for like 5 minutes. So the meeting ended. Okay, so since the meeting has ended, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. I'll get the replay across to everyone. I'll get the play across to everybody. So you can drop off. Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining.